guys, UFC is back and it starts on Fight Island with fans. Yes, with fans, guys. Limited, of course, I think around 2,000 I'm hearing, but it's going to be nice to have some fans in the stadium, in the arena, wherever it may be exactly. I think it should be still in the same building. I did hear rumblings that they were building a new one or they're getting a new one ready. Not 100% sure on that, but that should be fun. I was getting used to no fans, to be honest. You can hear the corners a little better. You can hear the strikes better. I don't think 2,000 will affect it too much. I still think you'll be able to hear it. 2,000 in a stadium that holds 40 or 20, it's not a big deal, right? So excited for that. Also a big thing, guys, it's going to be on ABC. ABC is showing this whole fight. I think the whole Fight Island card. So that's going to be exciting. You're going to get a lot new eyes on it. Random people flicking through channels. You may get some families watching it that may end up turning it off. But you'll get some new eyes, which is great for the UFC. The UFC got a lot of new fans, a lot of new eyes during this pandemic because they were the ones that kept rolling. And at points, it was the only sport on. So you kind of had no choice to watch it for people that never watched it. So that's going to be exciting. You may see a little new setup here. I actually got a green screen over the holidays. Still trying to figure it out, guys. It's difficult to get like the blur and the green around you. You need the right lighting and everything. So I just stick with the plain background today for this card. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I think it's a little more cleaner look. But yeah, I was going to have the Fight Island background in the background and everything, but that didn't work out too well. I don't want to be blurry in the videos. This is the start of a triple header, guys. Triple header with a great main event, Holloway versus Cater. Very excited for this one. I'll be breaking it down. It's not a deep card. There's not too many great fights on this card, but the main event is a great one. You got guys like Buckley on it. Condit is back, so excited to see how those two guys pan out in their fights. And we got a Wednesday card coming up too. Another Wednesday card, January 20th. Yes, Wednesday fights are back. Excited for that. Magny versus Chiesa, main event. Happy both those guys got a main event, 5-rounder. That should also be a fun one. Another big fight, of course, January 23rd, guys. Pay-per-view. Conor McGregor is back versus Dustin Poirier, which should be a great fight. Excited for that rematch. Conor, looking great in the gym. His workouts are looking good. He seems motivated, excited to see what he brings. He says he's going to knock him out in 60 seconds. I'm not sure about that. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at last year's record, guys. I will be carrying the record over. We're not going to start fresh, but I'll obviously have a separate record for 2021 at the end of the year. 2020, 44-19, 70% best bets, official plays. Highest win percentage in UFC betting market that I'm aware of. If you're aware of something higher than that, let me know. I know there's a few other good cappers out there. But not with this win percentage currently. We're always at plus 42.4 units, all plays. So all my plays combined, not even, maybe I don't always have a best bet. I don't have a best bet every week. So I have a combined record, right? Highest 1 unit. Remember that. My highest bet is 1 unit. So that is 42.4 off 1 unit plays for the most part. I sometimes do have a little smaller plays. Guys, check out systemsportscapping.com for packages, subscription opportunities. Remember, I bet all sports, and UFC is back now for good every weekend at the very least. So I'll be keeping busy with NFL for another month in the playoffs. Great NFL season winding down here, almost getting to the Super Bowl. UFC. NBA and NHL is back. I am low volume in that, but I'll be getting into it more once the NFL is done. PGA every weekend as well, guys. And then MLB when it comes back in April. So I'm always busy throughout the year. It never ends on my side. Guys, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps me out. Share with a friend. It is much appreciated. You know, if you guys like capping, your friends like capping, I think you can take a lot of good information from these videos. You know, I don't give out free plays on every fight or every game, etc. But I give you a lot of information, and then you decide what you want to do with it, right? If you want to subscribe to the service, you always have that opportunity. I give you my personal plays each time I have one. Let's get right into the card. I'll go over the main card like usual, and then break down these fights and give out a few plays as well. Holloway, minus 163 versus Kattar. You're going to get Kattar at plus 137. Good value there on Kattar. You know, I get the price here. Holloway deserves to be the favorite in this fight, and Kattar is definitely a live dog here. It is a tough fight, I think, to call. I'll go over a few reasons why here. Holloway, we know his resume, right? Fought the best, should be champion right away. He should be the champion right now, in my opinion, and shouldn't be fighting Kattar. I think he won that fight. I think 85% of the market do believe he beat Aleksandar the Great there. It's tough. It's tough to see that, right? It's tough to see when a fight you think, you know, Max is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. You know, I grew up watching the guy, and it was tough to see. But I do think he'll get that chance again at the title if he does, you know, beat Kattar here. You know, this is a great fight on paper. Both guys like to bang and box, a little kickboxing as well. We should see this on the feet for the most part. I don't see this getting to the ground. How will Max look after that the back-to-back losses for the first time in his career? How hungry will he be to get back in the title conversation is all questions here, right? Max does have the 5-round experience over Kattar. He has fought the much better guys and was champ of this division, right? This is a big step up for Kattar, and we aren't sure how he will handle it. We're going to have to see. I do think he may have the better boxing out of the two, and he does have the power advantage. We've seen what Rob Font just did when he stepped up in competition, right? I wouldn't be shocked if Kattar did something similar. I'm not ready to write off Max just yet. I do think he wants to get back to the top, but he will have to overcome the hungry upcomer with Kattar to get there. Kattar has that 5-round experience. I'm not too worried about that. Obviously, Max has a lot more. We've seen Kattar go the last time out versus Dan Ige. I think he won 4 rounds to 1. Some say 3-2. I think 4-1. We know Kattar doesn't have issues with the gas tank. Ige was a tough guy. Hard to put away. Kattar couldn't finish him, but he had a nice decision win. Very clear cut, in my opinion. This is a fight that most likely will be going 5, guys. I don't see Max knocking out Kattar, and I don't see Kattar knocking out Max. Both guys never been knocked out. So I don't think this should be a 5-round. I do think this should be a 5-round war, in my opinion. Kattar does have power to knock out Max. However, I just can't count on a knockout, as we never seen Max get knocked out, right? So I can't go that way. I can't look that way. Whoever you like in this fight, I do think the right side is to play them win by decision, because you're getting the plus money. Now, with Kattar, if you like Kattar to win, just take the plus 137, plus 140, wherever you can get it at. But if you're on the Max side, Max Holloway side, take them by decision. You're going to get plus money instead of laying that 163 juice price. This won't be a personal play for me or my subscribers, but I would look at plus money with Kattar due to the value. However, I can easily see Max winning this by decision due to his striking and the volume that he would put on Kattar. I'll be enjoying this fight with no bet on it. I do think it goes, over 3.5 rounds, over 4.5 rounds. You're gonna have to pay for that. But I do think this does go to a decision, guys. So the fight to go the decision, yes, you'll pay for it. But I do think it does go to decision. CoMain, Condit minus 165 versus Matt Brown plus 140. Battle of the vets we have here. Both guys with not a ton left in the gas tank. But, hey, should be still an exciting fight to watch. Got two vets here. Good matchmaking, I think, by the UFC, in my opinion. Both guys like to strike, entertain, and try to knock out their opponents. Matt Brown hasn't seen a decision since 2015. Kondik in mixed bag decisions and KOs. He's coming off a solid win versus McGee, where he won by decision. I do think Kondik has a bit more left in the tank than Brown. He was the underdog in that McGee fight. I think a lot of people were on McGee due to the wrestling, but Kondik was able to avoid it, and Kondik was able to win that fight. So definitely good on him. He needed to. He lost 5 in a row. He's 1-5 in his last 6, guys. So not too much to look at. Brown also. Brown has lost 4 out of his last 6. So both guys really holding on to the last edge of their career here. I do think Kondik gets it done. I don't love this price, though, at minus 165 with two vets out of their prime. A better look here, I think, would be maybe the fight not to go to the distance. I do think someone may end up going to sleep second or third round. And I think Kondik can get it done here. So you may want to look Kondik to finish the fight. I do think Brown has some cardio issues, some durability issues with the 17 losses. And he got knocked out badly in his last fight. So I think that could play effect here as well. Ponzinibbio is back, and he is pricey, boys. Minus 300 versus Li Jingliang plus 240. Nice to see Santiago back after a 2-year layoff. Very good fighter with wins over Magny, Mike Perry, Gunnar Nelson. Just now laying minus 300 with a guy on a 2-year layoff, that's not for me. You guys know that. You guys have been following me for the past year. I don't like laying big numbers, period. But especially with guys on long layoffs. Liang is coming off a loss versus Magny in March. But before that, he was on a 3-fight win streak. They had some hopes for this guy. That's why they gave him Magny. This is a fight you will want to try, I think, and find some value somewhere else. If you want action on it, I don't feel comfortable putting minus 300 in a 2-fight parlay. Obviously, I'm not going to lay minus 300 straight up. And KO, maybe. If you ask me the outcome and how he's going to win, I think it would be by finish. He can knock you out, Ponzi. But yikes, the 2-year layoff just scares me, guys. I do think he's a better fighter. Like I mentioned, he has the better wins. We don't know too much about Liang, right? So I don't think it's a slam dunk that he's going to win, Ponzi. But if you ask me to pick a side, it will be Ponzi. It won't be on my betting card. But you may want to look on the outcome by KO for Ponzi. Get a better number there. You get it over even money, around even money. And I don't think this fight will go 3. So that's something to look at as well. But yeah, excited to see how he looks after the comeback. I really thought he had a lot of promise in this division. So let's see how he looks. Remember, he did beat Magny. Magny wasn't looking as good as he is now at that time. Perry is Perry. We know Mike Perry's all over the place. And a Gunnar Nelson. So, not really impressive guys that he beat, but he beat the middle of the road guys that are always fighting and in the rankings, right? So, no, I'm not willing to lay that price, but maybe look, if you have to bet this fight, look at the KO prop. For him to finish it and not to go the distance. Buckley, yes, Buckley is back minus 275 versus Di Chicorico plus 225, the Italian. Buckley is back in there after a busy 2020, going 3-1. And with the KO of the year, we all remember the KO of the year. The price is showing you, it's showing you at minus 275, and he is facing a tough guy in the Italian who's on a 3-fight losing streak, which sometimes scares me. Guys are fighting for their jobs. Buckley could come in this a little overconfident. It is possible. Di Chirico does have a solid chin. He's never been knocked out. However, he loses a lot of decisions, guys. He's been submitted also. I'm not worried about Buckley submitting him, but I think he'll be able to take hits from Buckley, but at the same time, he's never been hit by someone like Buckley. So we're going to have to see what happens here. Seems like UFC are still trying to build up Buckley, move him along slowly. I think this is a perfect fight for him to do that and win. I can't go all in on Buckley. knocking him out. However, I do like him to win the fight. I do like Buckley to win the fight here. I think this is a solid parlay piece. You don't want to lay it straight up. Minus 275. I do think it's a good 2-fight parlay piece for Buckley. I do think he gets it done. I just don't see how the Italian could win this fight. Like, somehow he keeps his... he doesn't even have a reach advantage. So if he does keep his distance, move in and outstrike him, it's possible, but it's not like he's going to out-wrestle him. He's not going to be able to grapple, take him to the ground, I don't think. And the only way is to try to outmaneuver him. He's not very aggressive. He more just kind of picks his spots. Doesn't have a high striking volume, so it's tough to see how the Italian wins this fight. I like Buckley here. I think he gets it done and continues his nice run for 2021. Last fight here, guys. Sergio plus 130 versus Todorovic minus 160. Battle of two young undefeated guys to open up the main card. I do think the right guy is favored here. He does have the bigger wins versus Townsend. He beat Michel Pereira and does have a bit more experience in the ring. Serrano hasn't impressed me that much, to be honest, guys. He didn't look great in the final fight in the Contender Series versus Pickett, but he got the win by decision. I think Todorovic power and his movement coming forward will cause some problems here for Serrano, and I think he should get the victory. Tough to see this one going all three. I don't think this fight is going to go all 3 rounds. I would look more at the KO props in this one for more value instead of laying minus 160. But, you know, I still would go up to lay the minus 160, maybe 2-fight parlay piece if you guys play the parlays. I know a lot of you guys do. But yeah, you may want to look at the KO prop. Think you can get it finished. It's not a guarantee finish stop, but I do like the Serbian, pretty sure he's Serbian or Croatian, to get the victory here on Fight Island. All right, guys, that will do it for the main card breakdown. Not the deepest card this weekend. And the return, however, should be a great main event. Very excited for that. For my best bets and personal plays each week, check out systemsportscapping.com for subscription packages and information. You'll get all my personal plays each weekend for all sports at a very low cost. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It does help me out. And I will be back every weekend. Actually, I'll be back Monday because Wednesday there's a card. So I'll be back Monday with some more breakdowns and free plays for you guys. And then I'll be back again on Thursday. So it's a busy week for me with the videos. I'll also have my NFL video out this weekend coming up, and then until the Super Bowl. So look out for those. All right, guys, like I always say, bet smart and know your limits. Take care.